Liverpool boss Arne Slot could soon be facing one of the biggest selection dilemmas of his Anfield tenure, and it centres around none other than Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian star's situation has taken a fresh twist that could have major implications for both Liverpool's immediate plans and their long-term ambitions under Slot. With crucial fixtures ahead and the new manager still shaping his vision for the team, Salah's role and future may be about to take a fascinating turn. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Andy Robertson has eased any concerns over an injury he looked to have picked up against Chelsea when discussing Scotland's upcoming World Cup qualifiers. Liverpool's vice-captain limped off the pitch at Stamford Bridge after his appearance off the bench, leading to fears that he had picked up an injury before the international break. The 31-year-old appeared to have eased any concerns, however, during an interview with the Scotland national team as he discussed Thursday's home match against Greece. "I can't wait," Robertson said. "It feels ages since we have been back here, especially for a meaningful game, a competitive game. Me and the boys just can't wait to be back out in front of the fans and give them something to shout about." It certainly gives the impression that Robertson is counting himself among Steve Clarke's options for the World Cup qualifier, with the interview filmed after the trip to Chelsea. Robertson has only played 293 minutes for Liverpool this season, with Milos Kerkez assuming the first-choice role under Arne Slot, while he has 180 minutes for Scotland. If Robertson has escaped an injury, which it appears as though he has, it is a big boost for the left-back, with appearances not as frequent at club level as they once were. The number 26 has yet to start in the Premier League. His only appearances in the starting 11 came against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League and Southampton in the Carabao Cup. He has come off the bench a further 3 times as he assumes a different role after playing the 8th most minutes of any player for Liverpool last season. Elsewhere, Ibrahima Konate is still being assessed by France after his quad issue on Saturday, with a final verdict expected later on Tuesday. Now, in a huge Mo Salah dilemma, Liverpool has consistently demonstrated its knack for managing big players, significant deals, and crucial decisions. Rarely does a player leave Anfield to achieve greater success elsewhere, with the Reds typically maximising the peak years of their players before they depart. This approach was put to the test last season, when Mohamed Salah, who celebrated his 33rd birthday in the summer, saw another lucrative contract to stay with the Premier League champions. Despite data suggesting that age might soon take its toll, his on-pitch performances told a different story. Last term, Salah had one of his most successful seasons, netting 34 goals. Only during his debut season did the Egyptian find the back of the net more times. However, this season has started off at a slower pace, leading some skeptics to suggest that the warning signs were already there. Salah signed his new contract on April 11th. Liverpool were practically champions by then, and everything seemed to be moving in the right direction. However, their prolific striker's scoring rate would soon start to decline. In the final 9 matches of the previous season, he scored twice. So far this season, he's found the back of the net twice. This means that since failing to score against Everton in early April, Salah has scored 4 times in 16 matches, an average of 1 goal every 4 games. For a player whose main asset is scoring goals, the statistics are not adding up. Even his creative output has significantly declined. He's provided 3 assists in his last 17 league matches. Meanwhile, Liverpool's own problems are being regularly highlighted, possibly drawing even more attention to the lack of contribution from their number 11. For Arne Slot, it has been a summer of transformation. The expectation was that he would build on a dominant season as Liverpool aim for back-to-back titles for the first time in 37 years. Instead, the substantial investment in the squad appears to have thrown everything off balance. 5 victories in the first 5 matches masked serious issues, the kind of issues that even Salah seems to have fallen victim to. Alexander-Arnold and Hugo Ekitike have both been brought in to spearhead the attack, but so far there's no clear answer to who plays where. Florian Wirtz, a British record signing for a while, has joined as a traditional number 10, but has had a slow start. Integrating him into a system that has seldom had a playmaker is still a work in progress. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, Salah's right-wing partner, transferred to Real Madrid. Jeremy Frimpong was signed as his replacement. Connor Bradley also continues to vie for more involvement at right-back. But the number of changes have been significant, and this seems to be affecting every player in the team. For years, Liverpool's tactical approach has remained straightforward yet successful, with only minor adjustments along the way. Intense pressing and rapid counter-attacks were fundamental elements that perfectly complemented Salah's strengths. However, as they attempt to evolve their playing style with fresh faces, the system isn't functioning as smoothly. The statistics demonstrate that Salah's influence on matches has waned. His shot frequency has dropped, he's registering fewer efforts on target, creating fewer opportunities, and his dribbling has decreased compared to previous seasons. This has resulted in a reduced goal tally, and even his commitment has come under scrutiny. In other news, Gary Lineker has echoed comments made by Jamie Redknapp about Liverpool missing Trent Alexander-Arnold this season. The Reds sold the right back to Real Madrid at the start of the summer transfer window, putting an end to months of intense speculation. Alexander-Arnold was set to leave Liverpool on a free transfer, but an agreement was reached with Real for the defender to depart ahead of his deal, expiring in time to participate in the FIFA Club World Cup. The Reds went on to replace Alexander-Arnold with the signing of Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, while right-back Connor Bradley is also still at the club. Saturday saw Liverpool lose 2-1 to Chelsea in the Premier League, which was their third consecutive defeat across all competitions. Speaking on the Rest is Football podcast, Lineker believes the Reds are missing Alexander-Arnold's influence in attack this season. In terms of creativity, as much as anything else, I think they're really missing Trent Alexander-Arnold, said Lineker. Before that, sometimes Trent would go forward and they would, perhaps, get exposed defensively. But what he gives you going the other way, it's impossible to replace. There is not another player I can think of in world football who plays that position right back in the way that he plays it offensively. I also think that Mo Salah is missing him, that connection that they had. Yes, sometimes they would get exposed in behind, but they would have someone try and cover that position. Last season it was mostly Dominik Szoboszlai. Previous to that would be Jordan Henderson. You've got to say it was worth his weight in gold going forward. And I always used to say, stop worrying about him Alexander-Arnold making the odd tiny mistake defensively, because what he gives you the other way is incredible. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.